91 here, and welcome back to another comic book review. Today, I am going to be covering issue 54 of the IDW series. So, without any further waiting, let's get straight into this comic. We start off where we left off with issue 53, with Serge getting the hit on both Sonic and Tails, and Sonic, who still has a busted leg. Serge yells out that they can't stay up there forever, get down here and let's finish this fight. Tails is very worried. He says, "Yo, I'm not sure we can keep this up." And Sonic points out, as long as they can keep the attention on him and not the city, that they've gotta keep it up. Serge, chasing straight after them with a spin dash, says if they're too chicken to come, she'll come to them. As she hits Sonic out of Tails' hands and straight into his gut and into the ground, as poor Tails is now all dizzy. Oh. And Sonic holds onto his leg, which is clearly still very, very painful, saying, "Don't give up on me now." As Serge with a laugh and her electrifying Serge, get it, saying, "Aw, you got a boo-boo? You won't have to about that much longer. She is ready to finish them." Whisper puts her fingers to her mouth and whistles. I would take the whistle sound effect, but fun fact, I can't whistle. Serge looks back like, "The fuck?" And Sonic says, "Whisper, wait, don't." She grabs her laser wisp as a last resort and sends him straight towards Sonic, who says, "Oh, okay, he gets it," as he takes in the power and says, "He worked with wisps a time or two. I gotta say, your head's pretty neat, but this is how it's really done," as he smacks straight into Surge's stomach. And Tails cheers out, "Alright, Sonic!" And Whisper, with her mask on, is just watching, holding her arm. Oh, the poor girl, she's lost so much within an issue. Surge activates the cube Whispers as acting as a shield, saying, "Oh, you think you're so smart?" Thinks for a second, and then holds out her hands like 11 from Stranger Things, like, "Who do you think you are?" And she catches Sonic's spin dash and takes the wisp out of his body and grabs onto the poor wisp and takes in the power. She now has every single one of Whisper's wisps. Whisper is now even more upset than before, saying, "Cyan!" Screaming out for him, and Tails literally has to hold Whisper back, saying, "No, you can't. As soon as you get close, she'll fry you, and as you can drain her power, there is no stopping her." Whisper slumps down onto the ground, the poor girl, saying that she's not giving up, as Tails says, "Neither am I," but then gets an idea. And Serge makes a fist and goes straight up to Sonic, and Sonic says, "The wisps, they're thinking, feeling creatures." And Serge just kind of rolls her eyes at him, saying, "Oh, you think I care? I'm sick of your hoodie and no grandstanding. When do you get off telling me how to be me?" As Tails directs Sonic to a building, and Sonic says, "Hold that thought," as he sees his direction and runs straight away from Serge, who is very, very displeased by this. They run into a hardware shop, I believe it must be, because it's got a little birdhouse in the background. It's got some gloves, so it must be a hardware store. Maybe this is where Tails gets all his gadgets from. As Sonic says, "You better have a plan, buddy, because I sure don't." Because obviously, his leg is still busted up, and what can you do against Serge? Let's be real. And Tails says, "Hold her off for a minute, then meet me in the tools and appliance section downstairs." So he must come here regularly. And then Serge yells out that she's talking to him, and Sonic just walks out saying, "Oh, hold off, sure, easy, no problemo." As Serge crashes straight into the shop with her laser eyes, yelling, "Don't you dare run away from me." Oh shit, she is beyond pissed off. She shoots her laser eyes around the entire store. As Sonic ducks down, Serge finds him, saying, "Oh, you're not so brave now. Where's the swagger you had back in Eggman City?" As Sonic makes this dumb-looking face. She jumps down, but then she ends up slipping on a pile of screws and face-planting into the ground as Sonic quickly makes his escape. Serge gets very pissed off, saying, "That's it, you're gonna fry," but Sonic dumps a bucket on her head and runs straight downstairs, saying he may not be in top shape, but it's gonna take more than that to catch me. Tails has this little device set up for just a massive electrical trap, Sonic says, "Oh, have you been busy?" And Tails says, "Thanks. Quick, stand over there. She is really ticked off. All set wherever you got," Sonic responds. Serge comes down, roaring like a fucking bear, as Tails comes up behind her with some, like, crocodile clips. We call them crocodile clips over here, so who knows what everyone else calls them. Serge looks back, questioning it, and then Tails says, "Sorry in advance, because this is gonna hurt." Clips her ears onto the electric as it just shocks the living shit out of her. That must be so painful, holy shit. Tails and Sonic kind of back away from it. I'm surprised Tails is not, like, getting really scared considering he's scared of lightning, saying it's working. Powering everything in here will drain her power in no time. I hope that doesn't hurt the wisps. Serge looks back at them, saying that they can't stop her. "I'll show you true power," as she takes in all the electricity, and Tails pushes Sonic backwards, saying to get the fuck back, and he pushes him out the way as Serge just breaks straight out of it, only to fall to her knees. She has completely fried herself, and she just collapses and, like, falls asleep or just loses consciousness. Sonic jumps over, like, is that a microwave or like a, I think, no, it's not a microwave, but it's a fucking oven. Jumps over the oven, saying, "Let's get that thing off her before she comes to her senses," as his leg gives out on him, saying, "Ugh, dang it, because God, that's gonna hurt." Like, that thing is affecting this poor hedgehog. Tails runs over to say he got it. And then we get the baby. We get the boy Kit coming up over the stairs, looking down at the situation. He runs straight down to Serge, saying, "What?" as she has just completely lost consciousness, this poor girl. Sonic asks Kit to please get the ring off her, because they can't stop her. When she wakes up, who knows what will happen. He has tears in his eyes, he's shaking, seeing his, like, a big sister, I guess, or just best friend, in this condition, and his eyes just go completely dark as he says, "You said she was gone." Sonic says, I thought she did. I saw her fall." And Kit's eyes start glowing, and we all know what that means, saying that she's hurt badly. Oh. Sonic tries to reason with him, saying she's hurting herself trying to destroy us, but Kit with a bolt of water straight to Sonic's face, saying, "No, it was you. You lied. You couldn't do it the first time, and you're going to finish what you started." So he's literally just trying to say, "Yo, you lied to me so I could get out of her hair so you can finish her off." Nuh-uh, not having, mate. "Well, I won't let you," as he shoots the water straight down at Sonic. As Sonic's, like, struggling to dodge it, but Tails manages to whack it away with his tails. Kit looks on confused, saying, "Why would you bother with me when you already have him?" Like, the poor boy, he just keeps getting rejected everywhere he goes. And Tails is trying to, like, he doesn't want to fight Kit, honestly. Like, he doesn't want to fight him. He wants to reason with him. He wants to be friends with him. And Kit's just like, "Why bother with me? You have Sonic. You don't need me." Kit goes for another attack, saying he's done, but then Serge starts to regain her consciousness, saying, "Ugh." And Kit looks back, calling out for Serge, and says, "Please don't move, I'll get you out of here." As he picks her up, using his water to get away, saying, "Do not follow us." Oh. Later on, back at the workshop, Tails and Sonic lift Belle out of the fallen ceiling. She's okay. She's not hurt too badly. I thought that she had been crushed underneath it, but she turns out to be just fine, saying, "Sawdust, I'm sorry." And Sonic says, it's okay, it happens." Tails asks Sonic, "Yo, is your leg really okay? Like, do you need more attention? Do you need more time?" And he says, "Yeah, it's getting better. You know, I heal real quick, just not quick enough this time." As we see poor little Whisper in the corner crying. No, poor Whisper. Tails asks if they are going to follow them, and Sonic says, "Oh, yeah, she didn't get to run off with Whisper's friends like that." Bella looks up to Whisper, introducing herself, saying, "I know you because Tangle told me all about you. You know, if you need some help with your Whisper, I'm pretty good at fixing things. Would you let me take a look?" As Whisper allows Belle to take it for mending. Sonic puts his thumbs up, saying, "We're gonna get your Whisper back, promise." And Tails looks on with a very confident smile, as does Sonic. And Belle is just used to the heroicness. Whisper doesn't have any reaction. She just wants her friends back. No. And then we cut to the boy, the Eggman, the Metal Sonic, my favorite character, and Orbo and Cuba, also best boys. Orbo says, I've taken inventory like you asked, boss. The new Culture prototype was smashed, the E200 schematics were destroyed, half of the spare Eggman pill drives right, and she set on Cuba's main condition, Sniper Singer Mika 10-inch figurine. We all know that's just supposed to be Hatsune Miku. Hatsune Miku is now canon in the Sonic universe, let's go. Eggman continued to fix Metal Sonic, asks how. How does she do it? Oh, but just being a cheeky little bitch says, with her foot? As Metal Sonic holds up his hand to test it. Oh, I love Metal Sonic so much, honestly. Eggman with a little thinking thing saying the way she used the dynamo cage, she tossed by an entire design on her head. And when attack, the platypus stuff in her is clearly having a radical effect. That's it. I must know. My plan's gone right. If this pays off, it could change everything. So he didn't even know himself that a dynamo cage could be used in this way. So now he's kind of like, I guess, using Serge as a way to see how much the dynamo cage can be pushed to its limits. As he calls out to Metal, come on Metal, we're going hunting. As Kiba holds up his Hatsune Miku figure. Aww. So yeah, Eggman is now going to be joining in on the battle. We then cut to this bunker place where Serge slowly regaining her consciousness once again. Kit cries out to Serge, and then Serge is like, "Oh, our bunks. This is Starline's base." So they're in Starline's base. This is where they slept. God, this place is not nice at all. As Kit says, "I didn't know where else to go. We'd be safe here." As Starline pops out from the darkness once again, fucking with Serge's head, saying nowhere is safe for you. As Kit continues to say in the background, I aim spots for spare food and some spare clothes. Starline is like grabbing onto Serge, like he's just taunting her at this point, saying nowhere is safe and not for her. Serge gets super freaked out by this and screams, "Ah, get away!" Kit's like, "I'm sorry, huh?" Like, Kit sees Starlight and only Serge sees him, and that's what's interesting about this. Only Serge is being truly affected by this, and not Kit. Serge backs up into the corner in just complete fear. Starline says this is right back where you started. And Serge is like crying, trying to, like, she's like, I know. As Starline bends down, saying, I built your body, I shaped your mind. Oh shit, we're getting more information about these characters. As now you can see that Starline's eyes aren't blacked out anymore, so what does this mean? Like, because last time his eyes were all blacked out, but now they're not. And he says, you will always be mine. She's never gonna get out of this, as she just starts crying her eyes out as Kit grabs onto Serge and just starts hugging her. Oh. As it goes all dark and Kit just hugs and hugs and hugs and hugs and Serge is just crying. He says, I'm sorry I left you. I didn't know. Just please, please don't be upset. Oh, babies. Kit continues to hug Serge as Serge kind of just pushes him back, patting his head, saying, yeah, well, just don't do it again. Kit wiping his eyes, scared that he was gonna lose Serge. But it's okay. They're back together. As Serge says, don't worry, Drippy. We're gonna make them pay. And Kit with a smile looks up at his bigger sister. And that is unfortunately where our comic comes to an end. And next month we have got issue 55 with the Eggwalker, Such Having a Crisis, and Best Boy Metal Sonic. So yeah, that was Sonic IDW issue 54. Let me know what you guys thought of this comic, because honestly, I did not expect this comic to go this hard. Like, I was expecting the Starline to show up again, but I was not expecting him to be like this menacing. We're getting more information now, saying, he says this is right back where you started. I built your body, I shaped your mind, you will always be mine. Oh, and this is where they slept? This place is horrible. Starlight, treat your children better, my god. And I also didn't expect Eggy to show up in this comic. Like, I knew he'd show up in issue 55, but I did not expect him to show up for a page in this comic. And he's got his goggles on again, like, we haven't seen that since Bad Guys. Honestly, guys, this issue was absolutely insane. Hatsune Miku. So let me know what you guys thought of this comic. If you liked it, please do let me know in the comments. And do like this video because I do upload these reviews as soon as a comic comes out in my area. So please like and subscribe for more comics issues early. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed this comic as much as I did, and I will see you guys for Scrapnik Island issue 2. Bye!